I got rich from the YouTube platform by being an actual retard. And I know that might sound counterintuitive. A lot of people, you'll think of being retarded and doing retarded things as a negative impact on how much money you make or how successful you are with entrepreneurship and how successful you are with growing YouTube channels and making money from YouTube, etc., right? But I need you to hear me out in this video because you possess these same traits that I have currently, and that I used to get to this point. But most people try to suppress the very things, such as being as retarded as possible. They try to suppress those things within themselves because they're taught by teachers and parents and people who just don't know what the hell they're talking about, that these are bad traits, right? If you don't know my story, I'll give you like a really quick recap of what it is that I'm talking about. I started off doing YouTube when I was a very little kid, probably like 12 years old. I was making Call of Duty commentary videos with people like Sneeko and T-Bets, if anybody knows that, Biblical Reaper, those sorts of people, right? We were all in a little group chat together. We were making Call of Duty commentary videos. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber since I was a little kid. And then I finally, years and years later, like 10 years later, I finally broke through and I figured out how to make, I was making 10, 15K a month from one YouTube channel. It was called Justin is Lost. And I was on top of the world. It felt like I had finally made it. All of these years of grinding, working these shitty jobs that I was working, and then going home after work and putting in the work afterwards to grow these YouTube channels, it finally paid off. The channel got ripped away from me for no fault of my own. There was nothing that I did wrong. I had no strikes, no warnings, nothing. The channel was completely clean, fully monetized, and then just got banned. And I think somebody did it to me, right? Somebody did that on purpose. I appealed it, got denied, whatever. Now, most people in that situation, especially, if you ask the advice of your parents or any sort of mentor figure in your life, if they're working a normal 9-to-5 job, if they went the normal route in life, they would tell you, oh, it's time. That's proof that this is just too volatile. It's too unpredictable. You don't want to have unpredictable sources of income. Just go get a job. That would be like the logical thing to do, right? Like if you're not a retard, that would be what you would do. Just go get a job. This YouTube thing, it just didn't work out. It's just not for you. But what do you think I did? Not go get a job. I can tell you that right now. The very next day, I was back posting YouTube videos on a brand new YouTube channel. I can't just sit around and mope and cry. And trust me, that hurt. That really hurt. That was like my whole life's work, it felt like, taken away from me for no reason. No fault of my own. I couldn't have prevented it. Right? I guess there's some things I could have done in hindsight, but like in the moment, I didn't know, and the channel shouldn't have gotten banned. I did end up getting the channel back a year later, but that's besides the point. I immediately, never once did I waver in my own self-confidence that I could do it again. Right, I immediately got right back on the horse. I actually did like a whole podcast tour talking about the ban because so many people were interested in it and how I got banned and stuff like that, because I was the fastest growing YouTube channel in that space. And then I just got wiped, right? So I was doing a podcast tour. I was telling people about my new channel that I was starting. And that new channel went from 0 to 10,000 subscribers in 2 weeks, fully monetized, obviously, in 2 weeks. And I was making $22,000 a month from the channel in about a month. Craziness, right? Pretty crazy how quickly things can change like that. How quickly you can get things right back on track or get them off the ground in the first place when you just retard max. When you literally just say, I am going guerrilla mode. I am just going to do these things. I have a friend who he's so knowledgeable. He's so talented in his field, but he just constantly wants to calculate every single little move that he makes, right? And so many people have this problem. I have the same problem. I just kind of recognize it in myself, and I know that I need to consciously not do that. But so many people have this problem where they want to calculate every single step of the way. And I tried to tell him, I was like, dude, you need to stop calculating everything and just be a bull in a china shop, right? Just go fuck shit up. Like, just go mess things up. Go take what's yours, right? The money's already printed. You just got to go take it. You got to go take that shit, though. It's not going to be handed to you. You got to be a retard. Just be a gorilla. Be a bull in a china shop and just go. Just go, right? The path illuminates as you walk it. You're not going to be able to illuminate every single step of the path before you even start walking. The path illuminates as you walk it. So you got to start walking, right? So I immediately start posting on the YouTube channel. It takes off immediately. And now I have this proof inside of my brain, right? That if everything gets taken away from me, I have this supreme confidence that no matter what, no matter if everything gets taken away from me, and knock on wood, I really hope it doesn't get taken away from me, but I do have this confidence that if it does, I can just go get it right back whenever I want to. So it's all a blessing at the end of the day. No matter what you're going through right now, no matter if you're working, the worst job ever, it's taking up so many of your hours. And you're like, man, I want to do YouTube. Like, I want to join Justin's program, and I really want to make money from the YouTube platform, but I just don't have the time. Well, dude, if you can do it whenever you feel like you don't have the time, imagine how you're going to feel when you do have the time. You're going to be like, this is a piece of cake. Are you serious? Like, all I have to do is post YouTube videos every day, and I don't even have to go work 10 hours, 12 hours on my job. This is so easy. And then, worst case scenario, right? And I'm not saying that this would ever happen, but it's good to have in your brain that the worst case scenario is that I have to go back to this job. And because I already did YouTube, because I was already successful and made money from the YouTube platform while working this job previously, I know that I can just build up another YouTube channel again while working this job. That's the worst case scenario. And now you have this supreme confidence that you can do it again. And that's what true freedom is, man. That's what people don't realize about making money from YouTube or drop shipping or any online business model. True freedom is not just the amount of money in your bank account. That amount of money can go away, right? Somebody in your family can get sick. You could get sick. Your pet could get sick. Anything could happen, right? Your house could burn down. I don't know. I hope none of this stuff happens to anybody, but stuff happens, So that amount of money in your bank account could go away at some point. But what can't go away is the skills and the confidence and the tenacity and the mental resolve that you build up from going through these things, right? If you think about somebody who caught a crypto pump and he just has $10 million in the bank, I would personally rather be the person who didn't catch a crypto pump, who actually learned the skill of how to grow on YouTube and how to make money from YouTube. Now you have that skill. Nobody can ever take it away from you. And you have $2 million in the bank versus $10 million, no skill. He caught a crypto pump. I'll take $2 million with an actual skill so that if that money does disappear, I know I could get it back. If the money disappears from the crypto guy, he doesn't know that he can get it back. He might not catch another crypto pump, right? Probably won't, especially to that extent. But the person who has an actual skill, and if you built up this skill while going through something, right? Whether it's, you're taking care of a family member, or you're working a job that's really difficult on you, you're really tired after work, it's long hours, whatever. Or you're someone like me who built up a channel, it got taken away from you for no reason, and then you got to build it all back up again. Whatever it is that you're going through, if you can accomplish the thing that you really want to accomplish while going through that thing, that is true freedom, because you've now unlocked that in your brain. You now have a positive reference point to go back to. No matter what happens to you, you're going to be okay. And that's what I'm talking about by being an absolute retard, because so many people will come to me, like I'm kind of just like Airbnb hopping right now. Like I'm just going from Airbnb to Airbnb, just kind of, enjoying life, trying to see where I want to end up, whatever. And when I tell my family members, they're all like, oh, but what if this happens? What if that happens? I'm like, I'm in Florida right now. I was like, I'm driving my car to Florida, and, they're like, what if you get a flat tire? I'm like, dude, I'll just get a new tire. Like, I don't know. What do you mean? I'll figure it out as I go, right? And so many people are like thinking of every single little thing that could go wrong. And I'm just like, if things go wrong, I'll just handle it in the moment, right? I'll just handle it. And the reason why I'm able to sit back, relax, and say, if things go wrong, I'll just handle it, is because I have handled it over and over and over again. Because when my channel gets banned, I didn't go get a 9-to-5 job. I didn't give up like everybody else would. I kept going, and I handled it. And so many more road bumps or speed bumps or whatever you want to call it, roadblocks, have popped up over the years since that happened, and I've just handled it every single step of the way. Everything's not super smooth right now. I had problems recently in personal relationships and things like that, and now I'm on the other side of it, and it's amazing, right? It's an amazing time right now, and the business and the relationship stuff and everything, it's all great. And now I have the mental reference point to go back to in my brain that when things do go bad in the future with my personal relationships, I can just go get it right back. I can go get. I'm trying not to reveal too much, but I can just go get more positive experiences with relationships whenever I want to. Whenever things go bad money-wise, I can just go get more money whenever I want to because I've built up all these skills, and I also don't let these things knock me off my pivot, right? These things don't knock me off my path. I just keep going because what else are we going to do? There's nothing else to do. We just keep going. You just retard max, you go into gorilla mode, and you just go. Tunnel vision, put the blinders on, and you just go. And the path will illuminate as you walk it. But if you listen to anybody else, if you listen to any of these people, your parents, your teachers, whatever, people who have went the normal route in life, right, the smart route in life, they're going to knock you off your path. And they're going to say things that just, it's kind of like if you think of a course of a ship. I talk about this all the time. Let's say a ship is headed west, and somebody just turns the steering of the ship to 2 degrees to the east. In the very moment, right, when somebody does that in the moment, it's not really going to change the course of the ship very much. You're not really going to notice. Nobody on the ship's going to notice. The captain's not going to notice. But if you travel for 1,000 miles, 2 degrees to the east off course, you're going to end up in a very different place than you would have ended up if it wasn't off course. So whenever these people plant these thoughts into your brain and tell you things like, oh, your channel got banned, you probably should just go get a job. It's just not going to work out. It's just too volatile. It's too scary. Just go get a job. It just moves you 2 degrees east every time. And then 10 years later, you look up and you're like, wow, I'm completely not in the place that I ever wanted to be. So whenever you're about to embark on a journey that is, making money from YouTube, making money online, maybe you're about to invest in a mentorship and somebody's telling you like, but what if this happens? What if that happens? You're like, what if? If it does happen, I'll figure it out, right? What if you don't make a return on your investment? I'll figure it out. What if this YouTube thing never takes off? What if it never really works out? I'll figure it out, But in reality, like those sorts of worries, it all comes back to you. The only way this YouTube thing doesn't work out for you is if you stop. That's the only way. I mean, you can go look at all the success stories that I've shown on this YouTube channel. I've shown them myself, my own channels, and I've shown dozens of other people who went through my program and had massive success on the YouTube platform. This stuff is not like it works. There's no questioning if it works or not. The only question is, are you going to work or not? Are you going to stick with it? Because it's going to be hard. There's going to be roadblocks. There's going to be things that happen to you that makes you want to quit. But you got to just retard max. You got to just be a retard, go into gorilla mode and say, you know what? Things are going wrong and I don't really care. I'm just going to keep going. And as things continue to go wrong, I'm still going to keep going and I'm not going to care. And when people try to plant in your brain that things are going to go wrong in the future, you say, I don't care. When these things go wrong that you're predicting are going to go wrong, I will figure it out because I am confident in my ability to figure these things out, right? I have proven to myself that I'm a competent person, that I am a resilient person, and I have these positive reference points now to fall back on to tell myself that I am this type of person. What can really stop you at that point? What can really stop you, man? So, message of this video is just really put the blinders on, go into retard mode, just stop thinking so damn much, stop trying to calculate everything, and let the path illuminate as you walk it. If you do want to join my mentorship, click the top link in the description. You'll book a call with my team and we'll see if you're a good fit. If you are, we'll get you enrolled instantly and get you making money on YouTube. And if you're not a good fit to join, we'll at least point you in the right direction. Make sure you get some sort of value out of the call regardless. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next video.